Diane in Denmark here, rah rah rah. It is Tuesday and welcome back to another week of the Fly Ladies prepping for Christmas missions. Now this is the final week of the normal missions. We've been going since mid-October, and I know a lot of you have been really enjoying the process this year instead of getting stressed out when we see those Christmas trees turning up in the shops in October. It's all right, we've got a plan for this, and we're just working towards the event celebration. Remember, you can use these missions for any event that you're planning. It doesn't have to be Christmas or Thanksgiving. It can be Ramadan, 50th wedding anniversary, baby shower. I've explained it all before. Anyway, they're all in the same playlist, and I'll put the playlist up there. And I'm checking you in with you today to bring you the missions and also to tell you what I've been up to, because you know, in Denmark we have lots of traditions going on and things that we need to cook and go and see and all the hoogly things. So anyway, let's jump in with the missions first. If you haven't already done it, it's a really good idea to go and look at the Fly Ladies printable for this. Now it's called the Fly Lady Holiday Control Journal. What it is, I've walked you through, it's all in the same playlist. It's basically a list which you can print out if you want to do that. Just make some notes, but it takes all the guesswork out for you. The Fly Lady has done all the thinking for you, and you just have to fill in the details and work along with it. And I'm going to show you my one, because this is my folder which I've been using since 2006, and it just makes life really easy. I've got all my Danish Christmas stuff in here, because in Denmark we dance around the Christmas tree on the 24th before we exchange presents. So in here I've got songbooks, I've got recipes that I use every year. I'll talk about that in a wee minute. I've got gift lists, and I'm not showing you all the details in here. I've got the sizes of everybody in the family, what size of socks they use, that kind of thing. And it's all contained in here. So anyway, let's eyes down for a full house. And I'll just show you, it is really dark here again in Copenhagen this morning. Dark and grey and more rain on the way. You see? But we've got the candles going, so it's all very hoogly. Oh, and this is the one that you may have seen that I bought at the Swedish charity shop. There we are. I'm using that one beside my sink right now. So there we go. Anyway, I'll put up the lights so you can see. So let's take them missions 26 to 30. And after this, there will be super missions. So if you've completely missed the boat, don't worry. Those are coming starting next week. Anyway, mission number 26 is a clean and fling mission, which is the usual whenever you're doing your weekly clean at home, you know, your weekly upkeep of the house. Just look at your house with fresh eyes and say, do I really need to hold on to this item? Is there obvious junk that's lying there, or recycling that needs to go out the door? Let's just give ourselves a wee final push and get, you know, make that happen. And if you saw me yesterday, I was doing a clean in Flylady Zone 5. We're working on Flylady Zone 5 this week, Zone 1 next week, which is excellent, because that's especially where I'm going to be placing most of our decorations. And out here in the kitchen, I always like to have a few decorations in the kitchen. So we've just got to make way for those decorations so that when we want to decorate, it's really easy. It's already clean and tidy. Right, mission number 27, it's a Thanksgiving one. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, of course we don't have that here in Europe, but the Fly Lady mission number 27 is with Thanksgiving. Have you got your turkey? Have you got it defrosting? Also think about what you're feeding the family for the rest of the time. You know, it's not just the Thanksgiving dinner, but you know, have you actually got breakfast and lunch? Mission number 28, also a kind of Thanksgiving thing. Make sure, please, when you're doing your evening routine, when you've had your dinner, just clear off the surfaces. You know, I've told you here before that my family and I, we sit at the dining table here. When we're finished eating dinner, that's the end of my evening routine. Everybody clears off their things from the kitchen table. We wipe down the counters, everything goes in the dishwasher, and that's us basically done. If you can just do a poopa, you know, a pick up and put away anytime you've been cooking, you know, while you're cooking, if you've used, I don't know, the flour, once you've used the flour, put it away. Do not leave it lying out on the surface of the counter, because you know what happens, it's like magnets. You put one thing there and then suddenly you've got 300 items. So anyway, let's get the kitchen ready, and whenever I'm working in the kitchen, I always have my music going, I've got my radio there, and I've got candles going, whether it's LED candles or real candles. Just make it nice and cozy for yourself. Mission number 29, if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, then great. And also a little reminder to gather wrapping supplies together. If you are giving gifts this year, if you're giving gifts for Christmas, if you're using these missions to prepare for, I don't know, a baby shower, get all your wrapping supplies together in one place, okay? So you'll need your scissors. We've got scissors here. We've also got scissors in my office. And I like to set up a little gift wrapping place, like just a small table where you've got some rolls of wrapping paper. I don't use themed stuff. I use generic, you know, white or silver, gold paper, and then I put bows on depending on whether it's Easter or a birthday or Christmas. So wrapping paper, sellotape, pair of scissors, you know, make it easy for yourself. Mission number 30, the final one in the series of missions, is budgeting. Now, this Friday will be Black Friday. And I was going to say, we don't have that here in Europe, but we are now getting it here in Europe. We do not celebrate Thanksgiving, obviously, but the commercialism thing of Black Friday has now turned up here. Luckily, we also have the Ombudsman, you know, the consumer protector. And did you know that ombudsman is a Danish word? Well, there you go. And the ombudsman, he was talking this week that a lot of the Black Friday deals are not deals at all. You know, they kind of pump up the prices, and then on Friday suddenly it looks like a deal. So be careful with that. Do you actually need to buy something because it looks like a great deal, or do you actually need it? Are you looking for that gift? Don't kind of be taken in by these impromptu things. And while you're looking at the budgeting thing, let's kind of really scrape things back as much as possible. Just give token gifts or something perhaps that you've made yourself. Who knows if you're good at knitting. I've got some recipes on my recipes and crafts playlist. I've got a recipe for Christmas snaps, you know, the really alcoholic little beverage that we drink here. I've got recipes for fudge and shortbread, so there's plenty of things if you were thinking of making gifts. Anyway, that's the last mission, number 30, is to think about that budget. Don't kind of go crazy on Black Friday. Of course, we are in Denmark, and we have the opposite of Black Friday going on Friday, which is Green Friday. And I'll actually be going to one of these kind of swap things, you know, the clothes swap things that I go to. There's actually several places are organising big swaps on Friday where you can take along things that you have, exchange them, and maybe pick up a gift that you can give to somebody else. So we have the opposite going on here, Green Friday. No money exchanging hands, just using what we already have. So I love that idea. Right, anyway, on to a few things that I've been doing since last week. Of course, it's going to be 1st of December on Sunday, and in Denmark, you know, we love our candles, and you may have seen this one that I've had in previous years. I know you all love this one, so I'm going to be dusting off this one. We light a candle and every day of December. Look, there's number 1, then we go on to number 2. You can see all the candles in there. This is been my 4th year, I think, of using this candle thing. And we also have other Advent calendar candles. We've got the Sunday Advent candles. Anyway, there's a video coming about that, and I've made videos in previous years. And also in the shops right now, there are lots of things with all, you know, the numbers 1 to 24, because the Danes often give, especially children, a little Advent calendar made up of, you know, a little sweet or a tiny gift every day. What else have we? Oh, at the weekend I went to a couple of Christmas markets. I went to the Swedish Church of Copenhagen they have a big Christmas bazaar, Yule Bazaar it's called. Now I made a video about that a couple of years ago when I went to see it. It's all on the Christmas list, or it's also in my Life in Denmark series. And you may have seen me posting pictures on Instagram over the weekend. That's a really hoogly thing to go to. And we also bought our Christmas tree because one of the nurseries near us, they were having a special event this weekend. So we've bought the Christmas tree. This is a little tag on the top of it. And I should just point out, because I get a lot of questions about the real Christmas trees here. Real Christmas trees here, they are a crop. They're farmed on land which can't be used, you know, for vegetables and other stuff. So they are farmed as a crop. So it's from sustainable forests. And actually I read I think was it last year, I read that you could buy a fresh Christmas tree here in Denmark for 50 years, and that would equate to having a plastic Christmas tree. So if you're worried about, you know, us having real trees here, they are a crop. So that they come from sustainable forests, and when we have finished with the Christmas tree, they're collected by the local council and they are composted, and next year you can go and get you know, compost for your garden free from the local council. So anyway, we've got our Christmas tree and it's outside right now. What we do is we have it outside, we keep it out there. And then we'll bring it in around mid-December, because we've got friends coming with their little kids, and it's our little tradition that the wee kids, they get to decorate our tree. And my kids, who are now big, they do the top of the tree, and our friends' kids, they do the bottom of the tree. So that's all very hoogly. So they're coming for dinner mid-December. And what else? Oh yeah, on my Christmas shopping, I've now purchased the marzipan pig, and here's a little marzipan piggy which I will be wrapping up. Now the marzipan pig is the prize on Christmas Eve, on the 24th, when we have our Christmas dinner, for whoever finds the almond in the rice pudding. Now if you don't know anything about that, I've made a video about it. I'll put the link up there. I've made a video about how to make the traditional risalamang pudding, also how to make normal Danish rice pudding, and then how to make risalamang, which is our Christmas dessert, and also the tradition behind finding the whole almond in the dish and getting a little marzipan pig. A lot of you asked about why is the pig a motif of Christmas in Denmark. A lot of pork is eaten in Denmark, and that was what was traditionally eaten at Christmas. These days, a lot of families will eat roast pork for Christmas dinner. Some will eat goose or duck. In our family, my husband's family, it's always been duck. In my bestie Vibeka's family, they usually eat goose, if I remember correctly. And Helena's family, they have duck and roast pork and a vegan option. So it very much depends on the family. A lot of people have roast pork and a lot of people have duck. So duck, as we always say in our family, we say duck, duck, duck. What else have I been? Oh yeah, and hold on, one more thing. And I've dimmed the lights again just to make it a bit more hoogly than that harsh bright light. My Christmas reading, I told you that I've picked up a lot of books at our local library. I love to have some hygge Christmas reading just to get me into the spirit. You know, it's not all the planning of stuff, and you know, you've got to plan some time for yourself. So two things on planning time for yourself. I love to read a few chapters before I go to bed, or when I'm eating my lunch. I've started this one, I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't keen on Rhys Bowen's books generally, but this is a really good one, and I am at chapter 31 at the moment. And I've also got this one, so when I finish this, I'll probably finish it today or tomorrow. Then I'm going to get on with this one, the Simon Brett. You know, I love Simon Brett books, and this is the one that's got the clues that you have to solve on each chapter. This is Cozy Crown reading, and this is another one that I got from the library. This is a collection, quite interesting, of Danish Christmas tables. Now I've mentioned to you one of my little traditions at Christmas is meeting up with a friend and going to see the tables at Royal Copenhagen. Royal Copenhagen, you know, they're all porcelain makers. And in here, it's quite an old book now, but they have vase decorated tables, and they always invite perhaps an actor, or maybe a sports person, or it could be anybody. Also ones that the Queen Margrethe has done. Let me see, she's in here somewhere. But I mean, you can see all different types, and some of them, sometimes they're a bit weird and wonderful. I've also made a video about that, so if you want to see them for yourself. But if you happen to be in Copenhagen around Christmas, it's really fun to go into Royal Copenhagen and go right up to the top, and they usually have like 6 decorated tables. And some of them will be for breakfast, some of them will be for dinner, and sometimes there's one in bed. Oh yeah, there we are, there's one in bed. But it's just a fun read, and I will be going with a friend to see that. So just make sure that you schedule in a wee bit of time to meet up with your friends. I'm also going to be sitting down with Vibeke and Helena the next time we are out skinny dipping. You know, we're winter bathers, we swim naked all year round. Yes, you know all about that. Because we have our little craft afternoon that we do together. There's that. And I'm meeting my friend Anne-Marie today, and I think I told you a couple of weeks ago on Plan and Play Tuesday, I was going to meet my Danish friend Anne-Marie, who's an architect. And she cancelled that morning. She ended up in the emergency room with a suspected blood clot. So thankfully it wasn't that, and she's back on her feet now with something completely different. But I'm meeting her today, so just, you know, schedule in some time for yourself, some play. Maybe you're going to the pantomime. I'm going to the pantomime with my ladies club. You know, maybe just a walk with the family to see the nice Christmas decorations. Oh, and on that note, I'll be making a video soon. We've always done a family advent calendar where we schedule something every day of December, whether it's a Christmas movie or something like going to Tivoli Gardens. But anyway, that another video another time. I'm going to get going. So anyway, I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Plan and play day in Flylady Land. And as I say, just take 10 minutes, set that timer, get yourself, get the candles going, or the LED candles going, and a cup of hot chocolate or a glass of cold water, and just plan a wee bit for your event that's coming up. Don't stress about it, you know, just make it as enjoyable as possible. So on that note, I'm going to say, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. A wee ra ra ra, ra 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 to send you on your merry way, and I'll see you very soon. Probably not see tomorrow, but checking in again on Thursday, but otherwise I will be on Instagram. Okay, bye for now.